You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't,
it will be the end of the world. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody, to Slay the Princess. Phoenix King Sokka here, and last episode we got into this for the first time. We tried doing nothing, and the princess didn't like that. And the second time, we tried helping the princess, and then some really weird stuff happened. And now, like, some entity reset us back to the start. So, this is weird. Let's keep going with this. You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting Tab on your keyboard or RI on your controller. Okay. Okay, let's see. Should I explore? Forget I'm not doing this. Have you considered the baby? Do I get some kind of reward for doing this? Thanks for telling me what to do. Turn around and leave. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I slay. I'm... Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted.
Okay, I can skip the previously. Okay, enter the basement, but I'm not taking the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This, her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Okay.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Really?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you!
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Don't care!
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Okay. I think I'm an Argonian, based on what I've seen in the last playthrough.
And lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Yeah, tell that to, the evil queen from Snow White, Maleficent from, Sleeping Beauty, Azula from Avatar The Last Airbender. The list goes on. There are a lot of beautiful villains.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Didn't think that far ahead.
If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do. Let's examine the chains.
Your only making this more difficult.
Shut up, narrator. You remind me of the narrator from the Stanley Parable.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tongue. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabinet.
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. Or should I? If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Maybe.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Oh.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make
That's
your way
hardcore.
out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Uh-oh.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Must be. Unless doors close by themselves and lock themselves. Some do. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of
Your
here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I guess I return downstairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Well, I'll try it next reincarnation.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Yep.
She barely hesitates.
Okay,
before raising her arm to her
holy
mouth,
shit.
Her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Dang!
The blade is sharp.
Holy-
It takes little effort to cut through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Maybe it can be
She smiles
reattached.
softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything?
If we get the hand on
It's like
ice,
she's
maybe it
even
can be
bothered by
surgically
what just
reattached.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. Approach the locked. We're still locked down here. Oh.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Alright, well, aren't you just a disembodied voice?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, what? Are you? Is the narrator suddenly taking control?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Screw you, narrator! You can't just do that!
What are you doing?
The narrator's doing it, not me. Oh, you... Warn her!
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist!
The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Yeah, it's the narrator! He's suddenly hijacked the game!
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Okay.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
I forgive you.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
That's
Whatever.
fine.
She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
Nope. If I'm correct, I'll just be reincarnated and the Groundhog's Day effect will kick in.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path
Yep.
in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a prince. You're here to slay her.
Uh-huh. If I don't, the world will end. You get a terrible sense of deja vu. Okay. No. But I died. What am I doing
I
here?
can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
Voice of
If
the
we're going to save
Smitten.
our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Like the main character in Sucker for Love.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Let's just proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Further.
She will lie, she will cheat.
Uh-huh.
I already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already
boy.
been over this.
Voice of
Pretty
the
sure he
smitten is a
decides the sound of
simp.
his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Okay, proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin
It's different
is clean
again!
and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. Don't say anything about the mirror on the wall. The mirror, the blade. Enter the basement. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again, there's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago,
What the?
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Feather? Am I a bird? I'm not sure what I am. Enter the basement.
the door to the basement creaks open.
Now we're in a
revealing
castle.
intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A
Really?
soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Okay, calm down, Smitten.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
I don't
She
know.
may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Okay, narrator. Smitten, shut up.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Uh-huh.
Right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her.
Yep.
It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever.
So we're hopping between multiverses.
Incomprehensible devastation behind you.
I guess.
This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Well, if this is like a multiverse thing, then there are an infinite amount of realities, so it doesn't really matter how many realities get destroyed, because there's still going to be an infinite amount.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Okay. You killed me last time, it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Well, it's obvious, it's self-defense. Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for that last time. What happened after I died? I have to ask. Did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Okay. Ooh, I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay, that does not tell me much. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought us low and people ruined them all. I have no feelings, one way or the other, about the world ending. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
I trust you.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I'm not so sure.
I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for that last time. Rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
No.
And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Cut the butter!
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
She doesn't have any butter.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
One of us has to be.
What?
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll
You'll possess my
Take
body
over our
again?
bodies and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my
You
watch,
suck,
villain.
narrator.
My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked.
I guess I have butter.
I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this?
Cooties!
One slip of the
Yeah.
wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Can you tell me a bit about your backstory? Where you come from? What your kingdom is?
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
This. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave if you're. Something isn't right here. I'm sorry. No. If you want to leave, then let's leave. I just want to leave. We can figure this rest out later. I want you to tell me what you want. I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world.
I mean, I don't know why I dropped the knife. That wasn't necessary.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Who is on the other side of that door?
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Frickin' narrator.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Shut up, Smitten.
Enough
You're not
with
helping.
this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you think you can open it? Think we can open it if we try together? Think we can open it if we try together?
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And lock. The door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away.
Yay!
If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
Heck yeah! Let's break out the popcorn, sit back, and watch the world burn.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Romantic Haze, your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
Oh crap.
We
Are the
did
hands
it.
gonna come
What should we
back
do
and
now?
grab her again?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
I don't know, I think, nothingness is cold, and that appears to be where we are right now.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Okay, so we do have feathers. We are some kind of bird person. So not an Argonian. Argonians don't have feathers. Ah, the hands are back! Okay. So you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where is that?
Darn it. Why is it here? Why now? Because she's scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's just going to be okay. Just trust me. I've been here before, and you always get scared.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Uh-huh.
Do it, then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. I have? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. See to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Doesn't look like a cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Uh-huh. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Any thoughts on this vessel? Dang, there's a lot here.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky. and I yearn for more perspective.
So what I think she means by this whole perspective thing is she wants me to keep playing this game over and over to find all the different possible endings I can get.
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say.
Yeah,
If you do not
I know what that's
my
like.
answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Is that her way of telling me to shut up?
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? Let's go down. What if I don't want to bring you any more vessels? What if I just wait here forever?
Then we will remain here as we are now, barely finished, damp, cavernous.
You have no need to wait. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, you know what it is you want to do.
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am. What I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Okay. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I kind of agree. If you tell someone to bring you something, then it's not a gift. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Are you, like, creating them? You're creating these princesses over and over again in these different realities to be your puppet for like, learning? You're like a Star Trek entity that wants to understand humanity and is going about it in a weird way. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you. I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds.
Wait, didn't I already ask that?
And to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I'm going to try attacking the entity. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Darn it. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Well, I think I'm ready to go back now.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Ah! Everything goes dark, and I die. Okay, and Chapter 1 again. A loving vessel, bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in
the basement of that cabin is a princess,
and
I have to kill her. Okay, we're gonna end it there for now. I'm gonna continue playing this next time. Till then, I'm Phoenix King Sokka, and I hope you all have a good one. Take care.